Why is it called completing the square? An algebra answer. Have you ever wondered why the method of transforming quadratic equations is called completing the square? It sounds intriguing, right? Let's break it down in a simple way. The term completing the square refers to a technique used in algebra to rewrite a quadratic expression into a perfect square trinomial. A typical quadratic expression looks like a times x squared plus b times x plus c when we complete the square. We change this expression so that it appears as a times the quantity minus h squared plus k here. The quantity minus h squared is a perfect square, making it easier to solve quadratic equations. Now let's visualize this process. Imagine as the length of one side of a square. The area of that square is represented by squared. The linear term, which is b times x, can be thought of as two rectangles attached to the square. To complete the square, we add a specific constant that comes from taking 1/2 of b, dividing it by a, and then squaring that result. This addition creates a smaller square that fills in the gaps, completing the larger square shape formed by the original square and the two rectangles. This geometric perspective is why we call it completing the square. You are literally filling in the missing piece to create a perfect square shape. Historically, this method has roots dating back to ancient Babylonian mathematics around 1600 before the Common Era. Back then, mathematicians solved quadratic problems using geometric methods that involved completing squares. Later, mathematicians like Al-Khwarizmi formalized this technique, leading to the algebraic methods we use today. From a learning standpoint, completing the square is helpful because it not only provides a way to solve quadratic equations, but also reveals the structure of the equation and its graph. By converting the quadratic into vertex form, we can easily identify the vertex of the parabola represented by the quadratic function. Understanding this is essential for graphing and analyzing quadratic functions, and it lays the groundwork for more advanced topics in algebra and calculus. So, it is called completing the square because the method transforms a quadratic expression into a perfect square trinomial by adding a specific term. This process simplifies solving quadratic equations and helps us understand their properties better.